For me, in my personal life, it's this idea that like, it's okay to suck, but it's not okay to skip. I grew up an athlete. You know, I was a professional athlete for a time. And
professional?
Yes.
And what sport?
Bowling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can catch me on TV.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Off the Clock podcast, where we bring our people off the phones, out of the trucks to get a better look at their life. And today, I'm here with one of the OGs.
Hello.
One of the originals, Caerlina Williams. Caerlina, thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be here.
Can you tell the people what you do here?
So I am a dispatch lead here at 5-Star. Basically, you know, we're just the people sitting behind the computer, answering the phone, determining where you go with your day. So make sure you're nice to us. Otherwise, we can make your day really sad. No, we just really determine the routes where all the technicians go, make sure that we're getting the right guy to the right call so that we can help the customer, the most, and just trying to make the most out of, everyone that calls us, trying to help as many people as we can.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being a field employee, I've always appreciated you and
Thank
everything
you.
you do for me and for everyone else, I'm sure. But I have an icebreaker question.
Sure.
So I know a little bit about you. We've known each other for a while.
Yes, we have.
But when you get some downtime, when you're not working here doing dispatching, and you do more than that, in my opinion, you're always helping everybody.
Yeah.
But what does the perfect off the clock night look like for you at home?
Oh boy, playing video games. Honestly, that's something that I do a lot, or read.
Video games is a reoccurring theme with everybody.
I got into video games really late in life. I was probably like 24 or 25 before I started playing video games. So
what are you playing?
Right now, I just started Outer Worlds 2.
Okay.
Yep. Came out on the 29th of October.
Yeah.
So just started that.
Are you playing that on a PC, on a system? I mean, what is that on?
PS5.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
So console. So it's video games, and then what was the second thing you said?
Reading. Yeah,
Reading.
I
Nice.
spend most of my time reading. If I'm not doing anything else, I read typically like 100 plus books a year.
Yeah. Any specific genre of book?
Honestly, I'll read anything
Okay.
from, romance, sci-fi, fantasy, horror. I even read nonfiction. I make it a point to read at least like 20 nonfiction books a year. Trying
Nice.
to brush up on all of my knowledge.
What's your favorite book this year?
Oh boy. My favorite book this year. I read The Great Gatsby every year. It is my favorite book of all time.
Nice.
So I'm going to have to go with that just because it's my favorite book of all time. And I've already
Nice.
read it once this year. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. So I want to ask some questions about your history. And I honestly don't know this, so I'm really interested to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did you get into home services, and then specifically into 5-Star?
I got into home services. I started working for a company called ARS Rescue Rooter in 2015. My best friend at the time worked there, and I had just got out of college, and I was working as a bartender, and she said they were hiring CSRs, and it was a pay jump from what I was making as a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, why not? What terrible thing could come of this?
Is that where you learned your signature phone voice?
Yes, it is. My manager, when I was hired, she was this very happy, very peppy woman, and she just naturally spoke in that kind of voice.
Yeah.
And she made it a point to teach all of us to sound exactly like her on the phone. So that is where that comes from.
It's actually impressive.
Yeah, I'm definitely two different people. That the person on the phone is Carly.
Okay,
she's
nice.
great. She's great on the phone. She sounds wonderful.
Yeah. I would ask you to do it now, but I don't want to put you on the spot like that. I've heard it.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's something.
Yeah,
it's something.
It's a different person.
Yeah. 2015, I started working there. I was a CSR for about a year, and then position for dispatcher opened up. And, I said, why the heck not? So I gave that a shot, and that's what I did up until 2019, working as a dispatcher. And then I moved. So I'm not from here originally. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I moved to Dayton, and the company that I worked for thankfully had a location here. So I just transferred.
So you moved for the job?
No, I moved for Rory.
Okay.
Rory's from here and wanted to come back, be closer to their family.
Yeah.
Which was fine because I had the opportunity to just transfer. So I was like, yeah, sure. Why the hell not? And that's what we did. But the office was in Columbus and I was living in Vandalia.
Yeah.
So it was 500 miles a week. It was really rough. And after doing it for a year, I decided that I just didn't want to be doing that commute anymore. And I decided I was going to look for a new job. I applied to only one job, and it was 5-star. And clearly I got the job since I'm here. So I think that means it was meant to be.
Oh, so, for sure.
And that's how I ended up here.
And who did you interview with at the time?
Kip and Chad.
Nice.
Yep.
Shout out to Chad Smith.
Chad was great.
Another OG. We miss you, Chad.
We do. Chad's great.
So, I mean, you've been here a long time. You've had a huge impact on this company, in my opinion. You've helped with so many different things. Who's been somebody who's inspired you to be that way? I mean, is there a hero in your life or someone that you look up to that's kind of helped you become the leader that you are?
Honestly, before I came to 5-star, I didn't have a lot of great influences in my life. I was kind of always on my own. I was stubborn. I was convinced that I was always right, no matter what. And there just weren't a lot of people that I look up to. And when I came here, I was, still the same way. And 5-star was changing really rapidly. That was just something that we were trying to do really early on. And I eventually realized that if I didn't start changing with it, then I wasn't going to be here in the long run. So there are, so many great people here. So many people that, have just inspired me to be better. I started working here when I was 28, but really I was just a kid still. I didn't have good influences in my life. I didn't have people that I looked up to. I didn't have adults that I respected, quite honestly. And I
didn't grow up till like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you get it.
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I looked around and I realized that there were a bunch of adults around that I did respect, and it was quite new for me. And so I, kind of just looked around at everyone and what they were doing and why it was that I had suddenly had adults in my life that I respected. And I just kind of like modeled myself after them. I'm a different person than I was 5 years ago. I think everyone in this company can agree to that.
Yep.
So I honestly think that the one biggest influence in my life has been 5-star.
Yeah. Just collectively, everyone.
Just
everything
everyone
about
here.
it.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel that for sure. Yeah. I want to talk about, you said it a little bit already. When you were in Chicago, you were kind of on your own. What did the hardships look like for you growing up and going through some of that stuff?
Yeah. So my dad is an alcoholic. If you looked in the dictionary for a picture, of the highest functioning alcoholic, it would be my dad. I've never once seen my dad drunk. He wasn't the guy that was like hiding alcohol places, taking drinks in the middle of the morning. Like, he just always had a drink in his hand. My mom knew it. I knew it. Everyone knew it. Maybe once a month, you'd see him drinking something else. And if, that was when we had family breakfast and it was like a glass of orange juice. And then after that, he'd be back to drinking. And, he held it together. He had a job the entire time that I lived at home. He was financially savvy. He kept a roof over our heads. Like, he did all of the adult things that an adult was supposed to do. But he was home, but he wasn't there,
Would you feel like emotionally it was where things were missing?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I always say that like my parents and I were 3 people that lived in the same house.
Right.
So
just shared a house.
Yeah, we just, we shared a house. I practically raised myself. My parents were always there for me. Sure. They did all of the things that parents were supposed to do.
Checked all the boxes of all the basic needs.
Yeah. If you looked at our family from the outside, like we looked like the picture perfect family. But inside the house, like 3 ghosts walking around. We didn't talk to each other. There was no emotion anywhere. I can count on one hand the amount of times my father said he loved me. Like, it just wasn't a thing in our house. And so, yeah, I was always alone. I'm an only child. I didn't really have anyone to talk to. I had to grow up myself. And, like, that's why I said I didn't have a lot of influences growing up, because like there were people around, but like they weren't doing anything.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense now, because when you said that you moved here for Rory, I was kind of like, man, just like that quick you did it. But
Yeah.
knowing that now, it's like may have been just better off doing that anyway.
Yeah, like I still talk to my parents sometimes,
Yeah.
but like I don't feel like I left anything behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not like missing my family like a lot of people would be.
Yeah.
So.
How do you feel like not having that emotional support changed you?
I think it changed me a lot. I'm not someone who likes to talk about emotions at all for any reason. I'm working on it. I think that's definitely one of the ways that, you know, I've changed since I've started working here. But it's hard, you know, it's hard for me to open up. It's hard for me to talk to people. I don't have a lot of friends, you know, by choice, because I just like don't want to interact with a lot of people, because I just never really have. I've always been on my own. So, you know, I'm definitely the kind of person that doesn't show emotionally that I care about people. But like, you can ask any one of my friends, you call me at 3 a.m, you need a ride, I'll be there. You know, I'm always going to show up for people, but will it look like it on the outside? No. Am I going to be touchy-feely? No. Do I like hugs? No. But I'll be there anytime.
Yeah. I grew up with a similar upbringing with the alcoholism and stuff, and I struggle with empathy for people.
Yes, me too.
You know? Because you have to internalize a lot of your own emotions, so it's hard to feel for anyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I commend you for catching that and now growing through it.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but
definitely trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all a work in progress. So tell me what's the hope for you? What's the future look like?
You know, I think when we're kids, we all have like dreams, things we want to be when we grow up.
I wanted to be the Red Power Ranger. And then I wanted to be so many different cartoon characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, for me, it was always like fanatical stuff. It was never like an actual career.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like that for a lot of people.
I just want to be the cool stuff.
For me, I wanted to be Abby from NCIS. I wanted to be a forensic scientist when I grew up. Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah, right. It makes sense when I say it. But you know, that's what I wanted to do when I grew up.
You were like 6 years old, like, that's going to be me.
Yes, I was, though. I was like that young, thinking that that's what I wanted to do with my life.
That's awesome.
You know, like a lot of us, you know, we grow up and we realize that the things that we'd hoped for when we were young, like that's not feasible anymore for whatever reason that it is. And I think at this point in my life, I just want a career somewhere where what I'm doing has an impact, you know, not only with the company itself, but like with people. And I think that 5-Star does an incredible job of that.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, hope to have, you know, a long and lasting and meaningful relationship with my job, because it is a relationship in your life, you know, like it's something that you have to do every day. And I want it to be something that I genuinely enjoy. I don't dread waking up in the morning. And I think at this point, like I've done enough things that I know where I want to be and what I want to be doing. And for me, that's, you know, being here. So that's my hope. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that, like, this place helps you see how much better you can be as a person, just the community of people.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's helped me buy in so much more to the mission here. You know?
Absolutely.
There's just so much hope here. There's so much room for growth and opportunity. I'm just so happy to hear this story from you, and
definitely
to hear this. I don't ever get to see this side of you.
Yeah,
you know? So it's exciting for me.
I don't talk about my life much, so
yeah. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is, and I do this with everybody, but of our 5 core values, there's passionate, relentless, experts, generosity, and integrity. Which one of those resonates with you the most? And then what message would you channel through that core value to the audience?
I definitely say relentless. I think that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. For me, in my personal life, it's this idea that like, it's okay to suck, but it's not okay to skip. I grew up an athlete. You know, I was a professional athlete for a time. And
professional?
Yes.
And what sport?
bowling.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you can catch me on TV.
Is there a highlight reel?
There probably is somewhere, yeah.
That's legit. Is it like, did you do it on like a national level or really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Fun facts about Caerlina.
Nice. It's insane.
You know, and so I had a lot of coaches in my life who instilled this idea in me that like, if you want to be better, you have to build habits, and it takes 21 days to build a habit. And so you can't skip. You have to just do it. And it's okay if you suck, but you have to show up. Anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Right. So, you know, you kind of just have to do it. If you want to, you want to work out, show up to the gym, do 5 minutes on the elliptical, go home.
Just don't skip.
But don't skip. You went.
I love
you
that.
build the habit. You went. So the next day when it comes, we're going to go. Maybe you're going to do it badly. Maybe it's going to be 5 minutes again. Maybe it's going to be 7 minutes. Maybe it's going to be 10. But you went. You did the thing. And eventually you get to 21 days. You built a habit. Now you're not thinking about not doing it anymore because you've built this habit of going. So if you want to change anything about your life, you have to just be relentless and keep doing it. Even if it sucks, even if you're bad at it, like you just have to do it. And eventually you get to a place where you're not having to do it anymore.
Yeah. That's so crazy. That was like a golden nugget. I'll literally remember that one forever.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay to suck, but it's not okay to skip.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. We're spitting bars.
Yeah, right? So, Caerlina, thanks so much for having this conversation with me. You know I care about you deeply. You're one of my favorite people here. So this was super, super fun for me. But yeah, I mean, that's a wrap, guys. This has been awesome. Go like and subscribe to the page. Follow us. And we will see you all next time.
Bye.